Swiggy. Vehicle and Road Safety. Welcome to the course on Vehicle and Road Safety at Swiggy. Objectives. The objectives of this course are that the Swiggy bikers recognize traffic rules and road safety standards in India. State the technical points of vehicle maintenance, helping hand. List the emergency procedures in case of a road accident. Swiggy. Welcome to India's largest fleet bike, Swiggy. Swiggy has more than 75,000 delivery partners and delivery vehicles across India, with most of them concentrated in large metropolitan cities like Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai, Chennai, and Hyderabad. Swiggy is deeply concerned with the safety of its delivery partners. Hence, adhering to road safety and vehicle maintenance become the two critical aspects to be considered. Importance of vehicle maintenance. You would agree that the Swiggy vehicle is the most important tool for all Swiggy delivery partners. Hence, maintaining the vehicles regularly is extremely important. The advantages of regular vehicle maintenance are: you can have successful deliveries without delays which impact your work life positively. Vehicles last longer and you save the cost of regular replacement of parts. A vehicle in good condition reduces the probability of meeting with an accident. Following road safety. You as a Swiggy delivery partner are on the road most of your work time. We at Swiggy value our delivery partners and hence we urge you to follow traffic rules so that you can successfully deliver your orders in a safe manner. Benefits of following vehicle and road safety standards. Have you wondered, why do we need to follow vehicle and road safety procedures? First and the most important benefit is that you are safe at the end of each day. This in turn ensures that you are securing your family's interest. You will not disappoint the family who is waiting for you eagerly back home. You will have less downtime in deliveries, which in turn will increase your income or payout. Customer satisfaction increases, which in turn means more business for Swiggy, which means more work for you, better incentives, improvement in lifestyle, and a happy you. Vehicle. Proactive maintenance. As we have learnt earlier, you need to proactively maintain the vehicles. Keeping some simple bike and scooter maintenance tips handy will help you save loads of cash. These techniques can simply be done at home and do not require any rocket science or deep knowledge to implement. Let us look at some of the steps with regard to vehicle maintenance. Make a note of the vehicle service dates and get it serviced regularly. Keep a check on the engine oil. Check the oil indicator regularly and refill the oil if it falls below the mark. Also, replace the engine oil as suggested in the owner's manual, usually every 3,000 to 5,000 kilometers. Maintain the right tire pressure. Check the tire pressure at least once or twice in a month, else the tires will wear and tear sooner and will have to be replaced sooner, which increases the maintenance cost unnecessarily. Use the clutch properly. The clutch of a vehicle is only meant to be used while changing the gears. Do not get into the habit of half pressing the clutch at times while riding, which will damage the clutch plate. Also, using the clutch more than necessary also puts a negative impact on the fuel economy. Don't forget to lube the chain at least once a week. Ensure that the chain is neither too tight nor too loose. Keep a check on the battery and get it recharged time to time. Ensure that the terminals of your battery are corrosion free and the connectors of the battery are not loose, else the motorcycle will not start. Check all the bulbs. Replace all the fused ones. Clean the two-wheeler body surface regularly to maintain the surface finish. Check whether the front and rear brakes are working, else get it repaired. Clean spark plug regularly, preferably every 750 kilometers for 2-stroke bike and every 1500 kilometers for 4-stroke bike. Check whether the horn and indicators are working prior to starting your journey. Try and maintain a speed of 40 to 60 kilometers. Vehicle documents. Let us understand what the vehicle documents you need to carry are. Two-wheeler riders must always have the requisite documents without which driving on the road is considered illegal. These documents include Certificate of Registration, Certificate of Insurance, Driver's License, and Emission Test Certificate. If while driving you are stopped by a uniformed police official who demands to check the documents for your vehicle, you are required to present the same as per law. In case you do not have the complete documents of your vehicle with you at the time of checking, you may attract a heavy penalty or fine. Daily checklist. It is important you maintain a daily checklist of all the things you need to carry with you for deliveries. This includes Swiggy uniform, first aid kit bag, vehicle documents, vehicle toolkit, bag carrier, raincoat, a bottle of water to keep you hydrated, etc. Ensure that you tick off this list before you leave for work every single day. Road safety. We have seen earlier why following the rules of road safety are important. Can you recall it? It is important to follow the road safety rules because it keeps you safe, increases your successful delivery rate, and in turn increases your income. Traffic rules. Traffic rules are made for our safety. Make sure you follow all traffic rules. Signal your intentions well ahead and clearly so riders around you know your next move. Do not press the brakes and turn abruptly. Stop at the red signal light. Do not jump signals. Do not change lanes unnecessarily. Follow the signboards. For example, do not enter in a no entry road. Stick to the speed limit specified on the roads. Stop at pedestrian signals accordingly. The penalties for violation of traffic rules are as seen here. Safe driving. Driving safely will ensure that you reach your destination you intended to. Some of the safe driving rules are: drive slowly. Speed is unnecessary as it can lead to accidents. Do not overtake, especially on junctions, bridges, school zones, pedestrian crossings, as well as places marked with yellow lines. Never overtake from the left. Do not drive on pavements as you can harm the pedestrians as well as yourself. Do not drink and drive. Do not use the cell phone to listen to music or talk while driving. Look out for obstacles and road hazards like garbage piles, oil spills, potholes, humps, etc. Maintain a safe distance from the vehicles. Make sure you're visible by wearing reflective bands over your helmet or on the sides and the back of your two-wheeler. Be considerate of people crossing roads. Give them way. Use your rear view mirrors to switch lanes. Avoid switching lanes rashly. Do's and don'ts. You have understood the basic principles of safe driving. Now, let's look at the do's and don'ts of road safety. Do's. Before starting to ride, make a habit of pre-checking your vehicle, like the loosening of the clutch, brake, in gear or neutral, indicators, headlight for night driving, mirrors, etc. Always wear a sturdy helmet which covers the jaw. Before starting, you must make a sketch of your route and destination in your mind. While driving, you must be extra cautious about the stray animals over the road. While turning and road crossing, use your mirror but do not fully depend on mirror. Use your hand signals in advance before stopping, turning, etc. Dim and dip should also be used while driving at night. All vehicles are fitted with high beam headlight, and that may be one of the reasons for road accidents. Reduce the speed of your vehicle to 30 to 40 km during rainy days. Do be extra cautious about the humps made in between the roads. Warning signals erected at the road ends may also be noticed. Being a driver, you should acquire some knowledge of driving psychology. Clear the side stand before moving your vehicle. Always try to control your vehicle to the utmost effort in case of accidents-like situation. Don'ts. Forget to take driving license and other driving related records. Use shortcut method to adopt license that may kill your life. So, honestly try to pass your driving test that will enhance your driving confidence. Panic in adverse situation. Talking with the pillion while driving. Be a good Samaritan. In India, it's a common scene to see crowds of people standing around the area of an accident without helping the victims. One of the major reasons is that people fear the police and the legal hassles involved in it. Save Life Foundation, in order to help Good Samaritans and bystanders in such situations, filed a petition in 2012. The Supreme Court instructed the Government of India to pass guidelines that would encourage bystanders to help victims of accidents. The guidelines were notified on 13th May 2015 by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Some of the important guidelines are: a Good Samaritan who takes an accident victim to a hospital will not be asked any questions and can leave immediately. He or she cannot be forced to stay unless they are an eyewitness, in which case only their address can be noted. A bystander for helping the accident victim could be rewarded by the state government so as to encourage others to come to the rescue of accident victims. The Good Samaritan will not be held for any criminal or civil liability. A bystander who calls the police or emergency service to the site of a road accident does not have to reveal his name or any other personal details on the phone or in person. With this in place, we urge you to help the victims during accidents. When you help the victim, it reflects on you as a responsible person and in turn has a very positive influence on the Swiggy brand. First aid services. India has recorded the world's highest rate of road accidents, 10%, with a fatality rate of 1,20,000 every year. Lack of awareness and no basic knowledge of life-saving techniques are major contributors in the apathy of pedestrians. Emergency accidents. The first aid in emergency situations involves techniques that enhance the preparedness and trigger immediate response to health emergencies. In case your vehicle is part of an accident, the first step is to take the victim to the hospital or call 108 for ambulance services. Call and inform the Swiggy team about the accident. Meanwhile, approach the victims in a calm and composed manner. Shift the patient away from oncoming traffic, broken glass, leaking car fluids, or any other hazardous material. Bleeding can be stemmed by applying continuous pressure to the open wound with a cloth or tying the cloth gently around the injury. Rest his legs on a raised platform or even on your knees. Safety for self and emergency victim. In case of accidents, safety for self is a priority. Make sure that you're safe and don't need any medical services. If you need medical help and are in a position to ask for it, call 108 or ask for help from the bystander. If you're not in need of medical help, now you can attempt to help the accident victim. First, check whether the victim is breathing. If yes, then manage bleeding, shock, and other injuries. If the victim is not breathing, then roll the victim to one side, supporting the head and neck to clear the airway. Check again whether the victim is breathing. Check for the pulse. If the pulse is not present, then start cardiopulmonary resuscitation or CPR. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation or CPR technique. You have learnt the first aid procedure earlier. CPR is an important part of the first aid. During an accident, if a person is not breathing, then administer CPR. Do not do CPR if the person is breathing normally. The steps of CPR technique are: make sure that the patient is lying on his back on a firm surface. Kneel beside him and place the heel of your hand on the center of the chest. Keeping your arms straight, cover the first hand with the heel of your other hand and interlock the fingers of both the hands together. Keep your fingers raised so that they do not touch the patient's chest or rib cage. Lean forward so that your shoulders are directly over the patient's chest and press down on the chest about 2 inches. Release the pressure but not your hands and let the chest come back up. Repeat to give 30 compressions at a rate of 100 compressions per minute. Move to the patient's head. Tilt his or her head and lift the chin to open the airway again. Let the mouth fall open slightly. Pinch the nostrils closed with the hand that was on the forehead and support the patient's chin with your other hand. Take a normal breath. Put your mouth over the patient and blow until you can see the chest rise. Remove your mouth from the patient and look along the chest, watching the chest fall. Repeat the steps again. Place your hands on the chest again and repeat the cycle of 30 chest compressions followed by 2 rescue breaths. Continue the cycle. Summary. You have understood the basics of good vehicle and road safety procedures. Can you recall them? Keep your vehicle in a great shape by getting it serviced regularly. Ensure that the mandatory vehicle documents are in the vehicle every day. Maintain a daily checklist of all the things you need to carry along with you for deliveries. Follow traffic rules and road safety norms without fail. Be aware of the emergency procedures during accidents. Understand the Good Samaritan law and be a Good Samaritan. Help accident victims. Thanks for participating in this important session. Good day and be safe. Remember, Swiggy cares.